Take it up, down, up. Now side to side, we look to the right, left. One more time, then drop your head down side to side, to the right, left, right, left. We want the neck to be nice and loose, so take it down to the middle and around. One more time this way. Switch direction. Down, through, over and up. Down, through. 2 more times. Now the shoulders roll. Go. Get your hips involved. And 4, 3, 2, reverse. 8 more times. Now we circle the wrists and the hands and the hips. 4, 3, 2, switch other way. Start to bring the hands out to the side. 4, 3. Interlace the fingers overhead. We circle. Palms and the hips really big. Circle them through. Other way. We're going to change the circle to side in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right. And double dip. Left, right. Singles. Bring the hands apart, out to the side. Down, up. We're going to put a lot of weight through our wrists. Crisscross the arms. Alternate the one on top. 4, 3, 2. Arch the back. Get low. Here we go. Down, 2, 3, and up. Curl. Arch. And curl. 2 more. Curl up. On the next one, stay down. Hands on the ground. Shimmy it out. Bend and stretch. Down, up, down, up. 2 more. Good. Now at the end of this song, we're going to hold onto our elbows, release the neck, let the top of the head hang down to the ground. Feel your ribs dripping away from your hips, the neck long and the head heavy. Slowly just start to swing the body from side to side. Let the weight of the elbows drag you right and left. Feel the weight balance between the balls of the feet and the heels. I lost my heels there for a sec. Then let your hands come to the ground. Walk them over to the right foot. Left knee goes bend and extend. Bend and extend. 2 more. Down. Up. Down. Other side. Walk it over. Knee bend. Down. Down. 2 more. All right, we're going to take the arms to the front, jump the middle, then back. Hip front, middle, back. Now flat back, arms out, twist and tap. Up, up, up. Down, up. 2 more times. Down, up. Arms come through to the front, flat back, pick it up. Take your left arm over to the right side and stretch, stretch, stretch. Flat back to the corner, down to your ankle, to the middle, left ankle, right arm forward, flat back, up and over to the left. 3, reach, 2, 3, pull it back. 1, 2, 1, 2, flat back, 2, down, 2, center, side, flat back, over, single, back, through, flat, down, middle, back again, 4 count, 4, 3, 2. And we sweep from here. So we go woo, all the way. 2 more. Good. All right. Get your feet in a little closer now. We're going to pull the belly in, sink your hips down, lift the arms high. Hold. Hold. 4. Oh, we're going to practice lifting our heels. We're here for a while. 3, 2, 1. Stay low. Lift up. Lift. 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2. Now both heels come up. We slowly lower the hips to the heels. And then I'm not very balanced today. Knees to the floor. Bring them back up. You might need to use your arms for that. And then lift back up. Heels come down. Heels come up. Try and squeeze into those heels. It'll keep you more centered. Hips come down. Knees come down. Knees come up. We come up. We're going to do that all the way down to the ground and transfer from the toes to the heels. So lift the hips. Lower the hips. The heels come down. Sit on the ground. Good. We're going to turn our body into a big C shape. So we're going to drop back and rock back to balance. So we drop back and balance. Back and balance. Back. One more time. Back. All right, now I'm going to show you a little alteration. Your one hand will come between your legs and one hand to the back as you balance to the top. So you'll have to make a gap between your knees. Then we'll drop back, come up and go to the other side. So we're going to put one hand to the outside. Sorry, that music just keeps getting louder. One hand to the outside. One hand to the inside. Several times. Whew. Are we ready? Really pull the belly in, round the spine. You want to get every vertebrae. 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop. And press. Drop. And press. Drop. And press. Drop. Now you want to watch me for this one. I rock back. Arm up. Drop back. Arm up. So join in. Back. Arm up. You got it. Back. I'm going to do that all the way forward like this. Back. And push. Slow. Roll. Sit down. And curl. Slow. Can you do it without the hands? And down. Up. And fold. You got it. Drop down. And up. Chest up to the top. Woo. We got that. One more time. Take it down. Roll. Chest up. Down. I know I said one more. I'm going to point my toe towards you. I'm going to arch my back, bring my hands to the floor. This heel will then come down. Now, if I had 2 hands, I could walk them forward, forward, forward until I could just bring my knees down onto the ground. Cool. So just on the toes. We just practice making this nice and slow, nice and fluid. To get back up again, I'm going to jump up into that same position. So my left knee will be bent and quite close to my imaginary left hand. And this leg will be pointed and facing you. So push into your hands, point your toe, and let your chest lift to the ceiling to bring you up to stand. Good, let's do that the other side. So I'm going to point my toe to you, start to fold forward from the hip, walk my hands out, bring my knees down, sit up, hands to the floor. Now this toe is going to point to you, and my chest leads me up as I bring that toe to touch. So far, so good. So we've given a little bit of weight to our hands here. We're going to do a little different exercise where you're going to have your hands on the floor and just start pushing in and lifting your heels. Right under your shoulders if you can. Push and lift. Good. We're going to do 2 more push and lift. Let's see if we can jump our feet off the ground like this. Now, if you can make a diamond, knees out, toes together, this next bit gets easier. Boom. So you want to think about your knee pads or the shin, the whole shin, not just the knee, not just the foot, landing on the floor as your chest comes up. And to come up from here, we're going to do something a little bit different. My front knee, I'm going to snake in and snake out. My back knee, I'm going to snake in and snake out. Then my bum brings me up to stand. Cool, so I'm going to do this on the other side. I'm just going to do 2 pushes, 2 jumps, and land on the third. So 2 pushes, 1, 2, jump 1, and land. Woo! Chest comes up, beautiful. So then the front leg, hi, back leg, hello, chest through, bum up, done. All right, so already we're starting to see that there are some fun ways to get down and get back up again. How do we make that look a little bit more fun for whoever's watching us? So there is ways to do it nice and smooth. Hip, 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 down, 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 down. Hands on the ground as you walk them forward and the toes come down. Now we did a whole class on what we would do on the floor last week, so I just want to do 2 rib rolls. 2, hands down, jump up. How are we going to get to the other side to demo? I'm going to transfer the weight into this front foot and I'm going to slowly roll. So this pointed toe, when I transfer the weight into this foot, my hips circle back, and as my hip comes through, I pick up my foot. Oh, look, here I am on that other side with this pointed toe ready to go. So my chest comes forward. Oh, that's right, sorry. We do a hip, hip, hip. Slide your hands down the back of your legs, trace them to the ground, walk your hands forward, and bring yourself down. 2 rib rolls, whichever way feels great for you. Good, you're going to bring the hands down and jump your foot up, pointed toe here, chest up, hand on your hip. I keep moving forward, so I'll move back. We're going to transfer into the front foot, step, circle, circle. Here we are on the other side, hip, 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 slide, walk out, pop down, roll, jump it up, hands down, pop, whoo, chest, transfer, step, roll, roll, roll. You got it, we go, hip, hip, slide, walk it out, knees to the floor, roll those wrists, hands down, jump up, and the chest comes up. All right, so what we've got here is a circle the wrists, slap, hands down, jump, cool, head whip, knee in, knee up, through. Now to get to the other side, I've lost an earphone, sorry. To get to the other side, instead of doing our slinky turn, we're going to step, cross, step, cross, step, cross. Ready to go, right? So circle, slap, hands, jump. Whatever you want to do here. Leg, leg. Here we go. It's up. Step, cross, and cross step. Turn, slap, down, jump. 1, 2, up. Front leg. 1, 2, through, step, cross, out, cross, out. Take your time. Out, cross, out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Circle, slap, down, jump. Head, and back. Here we go. Foot, and up. Cross, step, cross, step. 5, 6, 7, 8. Circle, slap, down, jump. Head, and the feet. 1, 2, through, cross, step, out, through. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. Last time. Circle, slap, down, jump. Head, 2, 3, and leg. 1, and up. All right. Now I'm going to cross my outside foot onto the toe. I need to lift my back heel here. And as I get to the middle, I need to bend my knees and rotate to sit down on the floor. Yeah, I didn't use my hands, but if you want to use your hands, you can. Firstly, I don't have hands. I've got hands, but still didn't use it. And if you want to use yours, please be my guest. We're going to unravel this to come up at first. So I'm going to bring the weight into our hands, unravel all the way up to stand. So we started this one with a step to get our feet working for us. I'm going to start with a step again, one more time in this direction. I'm good in this direction, my other direction, ugly, but we'll do it anyway. Cross. Lift the heel. As we turn, bend the knees, sit down. Good. Now to get to the other side, rather than coming back up the way we came, now we get to put our hands on the floor and arch our back. Great. We're going to unravel the legs and spread them. Now this is actually next week's sequence is called spread them, but we're just doing it for a second, just to cross the other way. Hi. And then we're going to lift our butt, turn around, and stand up. Good, so now we've all got our backs to each other. That's okay, we're gonna come back down the way we came to go back to the other side. So we're gonna lift, turn, down, through, spread, cross, and turn, down, up to stand. Okay, so this one you can understand because of the transference of weight between toe and heel, why this would be so much more difficult in our shoes. All right, 5, 6, 7, we step it out, cross, turn, down, hands, spreading, over, here we go, up, and pose, reverse, down, and spreading, and cross, woo, transfer, down, spreading, cross, and pose. One more time, down, out, over, and pose. I'm posing this. Awesome. Just gonna have a little stretch. We didn't do too much, we don't need to stretch too hard. Bring one arm across your chest, bring it in towards you with your other arm. Just loop under here. Make sure you drop the shoulder. And to get a little bit deeper, we'll hug ourselves behind the upper traps and pull in on the upper arm side. Make sure your ribs are down as you twist that around. And release, other arm across. Pull it in towards you, nice and straight to start. Drop the shoulder, bend the elbow, hug over your upper traps, and then get the upper arm bone and draw it up. Nice, bring the hands down. You're going to press this hand down to the floor like this hand's doing, and then drop your ear to the side. Just give a little bit of gentle pressure. Circle back, back, and forward. 1, 2, 3. Roll the nose down to the armpit, and back, 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 and forward, forward, forward. Release, head to center, other side. We push and just help a little. Back. One more circle, back, and forward, forward. Nose comes down, back, 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 forward. 2, 3. Good stuff. While we're on our knees, we'll give our quads a little stretch. Take your hands back behind you. Bring your front foot, foot closest to me forward. Just tuck your pelvis under and pull the ribs down. Good. So we're not trying to arch our back or drop our head back. What we're really trying to do is give a big pelvis scoop to stretch out the front of the back thigh. Sit down onto that hip. We're going to bring our chest forward into the ball of the foot and then feel the heel come down to the ground. That's to stretch your calf well. Soleus and Achilles. It won't really get all the way up into your calf, but still good for you. Bring the weight into your hands, bring that knee onto the floor, step the other one through, bring your hands back, tuck under and scoop up. Nice straight line from the knee through the hip to the shoulder. Good, we're going to bring that foot through. Take that same foot that was on the bottom over the other knee. Bring the weight back into your hands. You can step this other foot in close to your butt. Bring your weight forward, open that knee out to the side. Could be a nice stretch for your butt. Oh, look at my cottage cheese pie. 2, 3. And before we switch out, make sure you step that foot forward, step this one down, cross it over, bring it in, chest up and knee to the side. So really open it out as much as you can. Good, bend the elbow, bring the arms through, extend the legs all the way out, arms come up and slowly tip forward. Long, slow breaths. And while we're here, we're just going to slide the hands back, turn them so their palms face up, but like in that weird monkey armpit scratch. Hug your elbows in. So just going to roll the elbows in. If you can bend your elbows and arch your back, go ahead. If you can't, don't worry about it. It's a pretty intense wrist stretch. We've given a lot of weight to our hands today. And then shake it out.